Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Rajwant Kaur from DAV College Jalandhar. Today we are going to talk on module Organization Development and Overview from paper Organizational Change and Development. After completing this module, you will be able to understand the concept of organization development. You can describe characteristics of OD. You can discuss essential components of OD and you will be in a position to explain factors for the success of OD strategy. So, let us have first introduction about the need for studying this topic. Today's organizations face challenges and threats from turbulent environment. On one hand, organizations are confronting various work systems problems such as poorly designed job tasks, poor customer relations, inappropriate organization structure, low profitability, poor response to environmental demands, low productivity and inconsistency among organizations, culture, strategy, processes, structure and people and so on. While on the other hand, organizations are facing people's problems such as low morale, interpersonal or intergroup conflict, less satisfaction, inappropriate goals, ineffective leadership styles and the like. Organizations are striving hard to cope, adapt and survive in this ever-changing environment. Organization development is one of the solutions available to individual and organizational problems. I am going to explain the meaning of organization development. Organization development or OD is a systematic process of improving effectiveness of individuals, groups and organizations by applying theory and practice of behavioral science. OD is an improvement strategy. It channels the creativity and experience of organization members in organized and participative OD programs that generate solutions to organizational problems and their own most pressing challenges. OD helps in coping with dynamic changes occurring in a marketplace and society. Due to rapid changes in technology, work culture, a workforce profile, social setups, nature of work and organization structure, the scope of OD has been extended to human and social processes in the organization. OD practitioners, also called as consultants, and are trained in theory and practice of OD, have created an array of interventions such as work redesign using socio-technical systems theory, quality of work life, collateral organizations, self-managed teams, strategic management, etc. to meet pressing demands of modern times. Let us have some definitions of OD. According to Beckert, organization development is an effort planned, organization-wide and managed from top to increase organization effectiveness and health through planned interventions in the organization's processes using behavioral science knowledge. And according to French, Bell and Vora, organization development is a long-term effort led and supported by top management to improve an organization's visioning, empowerment, learning, and problem solving processes through an ongoing collaborative management of organization culture with special emphasis on the culture of intact work teams and other team configurations using the consultant facilitator role and theory and technology of applied behavioral science, including action research. This definition is quite comprehensive and includes various essential components of OD, development of OD concept. It is difficult to say clearly who coined the term organization development, but the term likely emerged more or less simultaneously on two or three places through the works of Herbert Shepard, Robert Blake, Jane Mouton, Douglas McGregor, and Richard Bachardt. The field of OD got enriched with the contribution of Robert Tannenbaum, Kurt Lewin, Warren Bennis, Francis Likert, Eric Trist, Edgar H. Skine, Michael Beer, Gibson, Peter M. Senge, Warner Burke, Wendell L. French, Peter B. Well, Vina Bora, Ronald Lippert, and many more. Thus, the development of OD concept in its present shape is the result of consistent hard work and research of behavioral scientists and practitioners. They worked to discover new insights or rediscover the utility of some earlier insights in organizational work settings and behavior of people in the light of ever-changing environment. Accordingly, their contribution and research have led to the understanding of OD as first generation OD and second generation OD. First generation OD implies area of interest in OD research confining to bring moderate modifications in system to improve organization functioning like MBO, team building, conflict resolution, participation in decision making, etc. Second generation OD implies direction of interest in transformational activities like learning organizations, high performance teams, total quality management, visioning, business process re-engineering, and so on. And next comes the characteristics of OD. Organization development, as the term is used in present context, has certain distinguishing features. OD is a complete strategy which focuses on planned change that may take several years. OD is initiated to achieve the goals of organizational effectiveness and individual development. It is problem oriented and applies theory and knowledge of behavioral science and other disciplines to the solution of organization problems. OD is focused at total organization or larger parts of it. Organization is considered as a complex system having interconnected elements such as structure, processes, culture, strategy, and the environment in which it operates. So, change in one element necessitates change in other elements. It is action oriented as the major thrust is on accomplishments and results. OD is a response to change necessary for the survival and growth of organization. It relies on action search model that requires collaborative approach of OD practitioner and client system members to diagnose problem and to find solution. Participation and involvement of organization members in planning, decision making and problem solving are hallmarks of OD. The role of OD consultants or practitioners is important in organization development. OD practitioners support OD initiatives by acting as collaborators, facilitators and co-learners with the client system. OD is a education strategy which focuses at individual and organizational learning. It results in behavioral changes, structural changes, better collaboration and communication in the organization and better orientation to business. The field of OD is still evolving. Now let us discuss essential components of OD. French Bell and Vora identified various important components of OD, and these are: number 1, long-term efforts. In most cases, organizational change and development require long-term sustained efforts extending to several years. For desired and lasting change, no quick results can be expected from OD efforts. In fact, organizational improvement through OD can be described as a never-ending journey of continuous change. Next component is initiative and support of top management. Top management should initiate and encourage organizational development efforts. The success of OD programs requires continuous support and commitment of top management. Another component is visioning processes. OD initiatives involve visioning processes aimed at developing a viable and shared picture of desired future by management and employees and working collectively to make that picture a reality. Organization members realize the required new ways of doing things, new products and services organization will offer, and mutual expectations of organization and its members from organizational change leads to disciplined and committed behavior of organization members. Next is empowerment processes. It means promoting such leadership styles and human source practices that provide opportunities to organization members to explore and use their talents fully for organizational success and their personal growth. Involving more persons in decision making and developing a vision of tomorrow collaboratively are steps towards employee empowerment. Next component is learning processes. OD requires listening, interacting and self-analyzing processes that help in individual and organizational learning. Learning processes help people in learning how to solve problems or get desired results and learning how to learn. Thus, learning processes enable client system members to solve their problems on their. Next component is problem solving processes. Problem solving processes mean the ways of diagnosing situations, making decisions and taking actions to solve problems or seizing opportunities by organization members. For improving organizational effectiveness, OD strategy must focus at developing creative organizational solutions to problems by involving all the members of the organization instead of involving few. OD requires a collaborative approach for effective problem solving. Next component is managing organization's culture. OD involves management of organization culture. Organization culture implies prevailing patterns of beliefs, assumptions, values and norms held in common by members of organization that shape the way they perceive, think and act. Culture is considered as bedrock of behavior in organizations. It strongly influences individual and group behavior. Edgar Schein highlighted the importance of culture in OD by defining it as a pattern of basic assumptions discovered or developed by a given group as it learns to cope with its problems of external adaptation and internal integration that has worked well enough to be considered valid and therefore is required to be taught to new members as the correct way to perceive, think and feel in relation to those problems. The consistency of organization's culture with external demands ensures the success of organization. Therefore, whenever change is initiated in an organization in response to external forces, change in culture is essential for organizational development in true sense. Change becomes permanent when culture changes and people start accepting new ways of doing things as right ways. Collaborative management of culture is required, which necessitates participation of individuals in adapting new norms, values, and attitudes for improving organizational functioning on one hand and for meeting their needs and wants on the other hand. The organization's culture, structure, and processes are interrelated and have a reciprocal impact on one another. Still, culture is of prime importance and it should be managed well. Next component is intact work teams and other team configurations. Collaborative efforts of people in the organization are necessary to accomplish organizational goals. Effective functioning of teams signifies improved functioning of the organization and the individuals. Teamwork results in healthy relations among team members or cross-functional teams. Hence, role of teams should not be undermined. They are the building blocks of the organization. The most common form of teams in the organization is intact work teams, also called formal teams, which comprise of boss and subordinates. They are assigned a specific job to perform. Some of the interventions focusing at intact work teams include role clarity and team building activities. However, the trend is changing and in many organizations, intact work teams work without a formal boss. They are self-managed or self-directed teams having responsibility of planning and execution of tasks. Self-examination and high commitment are the features of such teams. Members of these teams are trained to improve skills in planning and quality control management in addition to team building activities directed at them. There is also an increasing trend of using cross-functional teams to complete complex tasks. These teams comprise of functional specialists from different departments or fields such as engineering, production, marketing, etc., who meet regularly to solve ongoing problems. Such teams can be permanent teams or temporary teams. The temporary teams are created to solve short-term problems such as problem of key customer. As the problem is solved, the team disbands. The old method of completing tasks sequentially under the direction and supervision of one specialist at a time suffers from unhealthy competition among functional heads and loss of synergy. Thus, team spirit is promoted in the organization through creation of work teams for ensuring organization's success. Next component is use of consultant. The professional help of a third party in planning and implementation of OD initiatives is beneficial for management. At least in the initial stages, it is desirable to seek a consultant's help. Role of consultant or facilitator is important in bringing objectivity and expertise to the situation. OD consultant does not provide ready-made solution to problems but creates learning situations for problem solving and decision making. Consultant teaches client the key skills and knowledge essential for continuous self-improvement. Another component is use of theory and technology of applied behavioral sciences. The practice of OD requires use of theory and knowledge of behavioral sciences such as sociology, psychology, and other applied disciplines such as economics, social work, systems theory, and psychotherapy to understand people, their functioning, and efforts required to improve their functioning. Next component is action research. The OD practitioner or consultant, leader, and organization members work in a collaborative way to diagnose problems and to develop action plans. OD is a process of diagnosing, developing, and implementing actions, re-diagnosing, and taking new actions by seeking ideas and energies of large number of people. Action research thus implies an iterative process of diagnosis and action carried out by client group, leaders and organization members, with an OD practitioner working as a facilitator throughout the process. Participation of organization members in this process results in better decision making and increased commitment to action programs. Action research helps in bringing change in the organization and disseminating new knowledge to client group about what works, what does not work, and why. Next topic is effective learning as focal area in OD. Learning is a process by which a relatively enduring change in behavior occurs as a result of practice. OD strategy is essentially an education strategy which focuses on making people understand the need for change, accept change, and modify individual and group behavior. Thus, change in behavior is the outcome of effective learning. The principles of effective learning, that is motivation, feedback, and reinforcement, help in unlearning old behaviors and learning new ones. OD programs require managerial commitment to make fundamental changes in organizational behavior. Any well-designed OD program may be unsuccessful in achieving the desired results due to managers' inappropriate motivation, reinforcement, and feedback to employees. Three-stage model of change process developed by Kurt Lewin advocates that anticipated and lasting change requires efforts to unfreeze old learning, instill new learning, and refreeze that new learning. For unfreezing old learning, people should accept the fact that old practices and methods are no longer effective and there is a need to learn new skills as per changing demands. Some people may recognize this need to change and show willingness to think and learn new ways, while others may resist change if they think that they are perfect and do not need additional skill to perform particular job. Different perceptions to need for new learning affect change efforts. The managers should make efforts to bring awareness among people about the need for new learning and the benefits that will accrue to them in specific and to organization in general. For reaping benefits of change initiatives in true sense, people's readiness for change is essential and it should be secured by managers. Movement to new learning necessitates training, demonstration, and empowerment. Through training and demonstration of the appropriateness of that training, employees can be empowered to take on behaviors they previously had only vaguely imagined possible. Managers should ensure that appropriate training is imparted to develop new skills in people. Different workshops can be organized for this purpose. Desired changes in behavior occur when new behaviors are sensitively taught. Rephrasing the learned behavior means ensuring that new behavior becomes permanent and people do not move to their old practices. This requires reinforcement and feedback. Monetary rewards, praise, recognition, information about new learned behavior act as reinforcers. In the same way, refresher course for similar skill and knowledge after a reasonable period of training acts as reinforcer. Managers must decide about the appropriate reinforcer of desired behavior by keeping in mind situations and individuals. However, punishments should be avoided. For improving effectiveness of learning, there is a need of providing feedback. It is equally important to provide feedback at right time. Employees who are motivated to improve themselves wish to have information about their performance, especially after a change program has been implemented. This feedback is helpful for them in taking corrective action. Thus, managers should develop confidence among employees to learn new skills and knowledge, help in designing effective training programs, and try to reinforce the learned behavior through appropriate reinforcers and feedback to employees. They should appreciate new ideas or learned skills of newly trained people. It will encourage them to continue to behave in new way. These managerial efforts will make learning more effective, which is essential for organization development. Next, guidelines for the success of OD strategy. Organization development is a complete strategy which aims at improving functioning of people and organization. For this, management should reduce unhealthy competition, invest in employees through training, counseling and improving quality of work life, build trust, focus on teams and groups, eliminate hierarchical decision making, encourage employee participation, provide system of feedback, control and reinforcement, and initiate strategic interventions. Let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. Organization development is a systematic process of improving effectiveness of individuals, groups and organizations by applying theory and practice of behavioral science. OD practitioners, also called as consultants, and are trained in theory and practice of OD. They have created an array of interventions such as work redesign using socio-technical systems theory, quality of work life, collateral organizations, self-managed teams, strategic management, etc. to meet pressing demands of modern times. The contribution and research in OD can be studied as first generation OD and second generation OD. First generation OD implies area of interest in OD research confining to bring moderate modifications in system and processes to improve organization functioning like team building, conflict resolution, participation in decision making, etc. Second generation OD implies direction of interest in transformational activities like learning organizations, high performance teams, visioning, business process re-engineering and so on. French Balland-Vora identified planned long-term efforts, support of top management, visioning processes, learning processes, problem-solving processes, intact work teams and other team configurations, use of applied behavioral sciences and action research as important components of OD. OD strategy is essentially an education strategy which focuses on making people understand the need for change, accept change and modify individual and group behavior. Managers should develop confidence among employees to learn new skills and knowledge and try to reinforce the learned behavior through appropriate reinforcers and feedback to employees. This way, learning will become effective, which is essential for organization development. Organization development is essential for organization's sustainability in the long run. For the success of OD strategy, management should invest in employees, build trust, focus on teams and select appropriate OD interventions. Thank you.